Welcome to Off Duty. I'm Wendy Bounds. Football season is here. I've got my pigskin, got my Astro turf, but I got to keep my eye on the ball because this week's show, it's a real game changer. 2 home teams, 1 stadium. How does that work? Well, the New York Giants and Jets, they have worked it out over at MetLife Stadium where they pretty much change everything between games except the goalposts. Here's how it's done. We're here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It is the only stadium to house 2 NFL teams, the New York Giants and the New York Jets. It is a one-of-a-kind facility that undergoes a changeover 15 to 20 times a year, from the end zones to the flagpole banners, even to the merchandise, just so both teams can call it home. And we have an all-access pass to show you how it's done. First, let me throw some numbers at you. 2.1 million, that is the square footage of MetLife Stadium. 1,100, now that's the number of manual elements that need to be changed each time. 2,000, that's how many pounds each of the 80 trays weighs that make up the end zones. And 18 to 26, the number of people it physically takes to go from blue to green and back again, sometimes in as little as 12 hours. Today, we're going from Giants to Jets. All right, Alan, you're the man who figured out how to make all of this happen. Right now, we're changing the end zones. How long does this whole process take?
Typically on a standard changeover, it takes 2 8-hour days to change out the end zones and all the associated signage.
What are these made of that they're putting down?
Well, they're actually trays that were fabricated by Field Turf. It's the actual field turf, but it's kind of like cut into puzzle pieces, and they're placed individually. Each end zone is 40 trays. Each one weighs close to 2,000 pounds times 40, so it's a certain amount of manpower to help.
Now, what's the trickiest part? I've seen them sort of taking another piece of equipment and kind of pushing in each of the trays. Is it just to get them to fit correctly? Is that the hardest part?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, once you get to the end, you could be off a few inches, so that tray puller's kind of adjusting them as they go, and then when they get to the end, you'll know if they're off.
Now, when I'm kicking here, stuff has been, what is this that's coming up here?
That's rubber and sand. That's a mixture of rubber and sand. It's the infill, we call it. It's kind of ground up tires.
It is ground up tires?
It is ground up tires, and it kind of, mimics what dirt is like on a natural grass.
I'm natural. So this is your map of madness, right? How it all happens?
This is our puzzle that we put together each week. So you can see each one of our end zones is labeled and each one of the trays is numbered.
No logo anymore, though. What
No
happened?
logo anymore. Used to be Giants and Jets specific.
Right.
It was a little too risky to be changing that 50-yard line from week to week. So we decided to install an NFL shield, which is inlaid, and we don't have trays at the 50.
All these New York Giants banners, they have to all come down.
That's correct.
How many are there all over the stadium?
We've got about 200 overall that will change.
Good news is, though, we don't need really tall ladders. We have this.
That's correct. This is our genie, and we're going up in it.
I can see Russia from my house. What do you think, guys? Good, right? So, Mike, you guys couldn't make it easy on yourselves and just use neutral lighting. You have to have blue lighting and green lighting.
That's correct. We alternate back and forth for every Jets home game and Giants home game.
All right, let's swap them. So it looks like you've got filters that you change. So blue's on here now, you've got green.
Right in our case here.
I see.
That will be inputting into the trays here.
All right, and that just shines up on the building.
That's correct.
All
Yep,
right.
It'll illuminate what we call the louvers that will shine all the way through the top.
I'm always finishing before you. What's up with that, Mike?
I got to get more practice. I got to tell you.
Gotta work on it.
I got to work on it. You're just a pro's pro.
Yeah, just a pro. Jay, we're here in the biggest merchandise store, and all of this has to switch today from Giants to Jets as well. How large is this place?
It's 9,600 square feet.
Now, is it all a matter of people hand taking it in and out, or have you got some secrets?
Well, there's a few tricks to the operation. Like, for instance, these walls all spin.
I'm not picking favorites, though. Ooh, Jay, got this in Giants?
Let's check in that drawer right here.
See, I can switch on game day, too. Well, what about all this lighting? I mean, this is like definitely a Giants vibe. You guys can't go in and change out all the bulbs.
Well, no, we just push the button and it goes to green for Jets.
Just goes to green.
Absolutely.
Fade to green. So, Alan, it looks like you have this all mapped out by zone for the changeover.
Correct. We have maps for both the Giants wall wrap and the Jets wall wrap. Currently, we're going to be putting up the Jets wall wrap in the northwest corner, and you're going to help me do it.
I'm happy to do so, but I have one question before we do. The entire stadium is sort of neutral in tone. The seats are gray. Is that intentional so that you can pop any team in here?
That is intentional.
And you could put a college team in here if you had to?
Absolutely.
All right, so you want me to help?
Absolutely.
All right, well, I have to get my jacket off here. I don't think Sanchez and Tebow like this color anyway. Let's go. So you guys are just fastening these banners with cable ties?
Correct.
And you just store each of the Giants, Jets, and that's it? You just bring them out each week?
That's what we do, 25 pieces for each team, and we set them up from week to week.
There's some leftover popcorn from the Bruce Springsteen concert. You want some? All right, let's huddle for a minute, Alan. So there are all these little things that go into the changeover that I wouldn't have thought of. For instance, the fabric softener. Why do you use that?
Well, when the static electricity gets high on the field, the rubber gets in your shoes, the rubber sticks to your clothes. We put fabric softener down on the field.
So what about trash on the field? You just like take a big leaf blower and blow it all off?
Usually pan and brooms. Some employees with pan and brooms walking around picking up debris.
So this is a big change for how it used to be for the Jets when they played over in Giant Stadium. I mean, there they just sort of painted the end zones?
They painted the end zones and put a few banners up, but this is truly 50-50, Jets home, Giants home.
It must make a big difference for them just psychologically when they play.
Oh, absolutely, and I think it rolls over from their management down to their players that this is their home as well.
Super Bowl is coming here in 2014, and there will be a big changeover then, but that gives me plenty of time to practice. You ready? I don't know if I am. Oh, so close. Nice throw. Now, if things don't work out here, I guess I could always get a job changing those banners. I did a pretty good job. You think you're a football super fan? Let's see how you stack up against the fans that we found. Well, that's it for this week's Off Duty. Good luck to your favorite team this weekend. I hope they break a leg. Wait, do they say that in football? Oh, have a good weekend.